So how much do you think is the price of this laptop?
I think 90,000.
Maybe around 1 lakh.
1.5 lakh.
It would be somewhere around 1.5 to 2 lakhs.
1,20,000.
to 2.5 lakhs.
5 lakh rupees.
And what do you think this weighs?
Around 3 to 3.5 kgs.
More than 2.5 kgs.
It's like a 5 kg dumbbell for me. I think it would be somewhere around 800 to 900 grams.
4 kg.
2.5.
2.5 kilo. I'm going to say maybe 3 kgs.
Probably 4 kgs. It's pretty heavy.
And would you call this a work machine or like is it a gaming laptop? What do you think?
It's a gaming laptop.
It is a gaming laptop.
I would say it's a gaming beast and more of the video editing.
I think it's mainly for gaming purpose.
Gaming machine.
It should be a gaming laptop, I guess.
Obviously heavy है तो gaming ही होगा. Definitely a gaming laptop.
So this is what people think about the Razer Blade 18. And now let me give you my perspective after using the laptop for a couple of weeks. Because for a machine that weighs so much and is priced so high, there is so much happening here. Without wasting any time, let's get straight to it. This is a large device with that 18-inch screen grabbing the spotlight the moment you take it out of the box. But the interesting part here is that despite this huge form factor, the laptop doesn't feel as heavy as other 18-inch gaming beasts in the market. Now, on paper, the laptop weighs around 3 kgs, but when I first picked it up, I actually thought that it was around 2.5 kgs, and I had no issues carrying it to work every single day. Yes, you'll need a slightly bigger backpack, but that's manageable. In fact, there were times where I didn't even bother using both straps of my bag and just slung it over one shoulder. Now, in terms of looks, this is not your typical flashy gaming laptop. There is no over-the-top design or RGB lights everywhere. In fact, this can masquerade as a work device that runs games very well when it is told to. That said, there are a couple of small annoyances. The stickers on the chassis feel unnecessary and kind of ruin the clean look. And the matte finish, it just loves fingerprints. But then, these aren't really deal breakers and can easily be resolved. Coming to the build quality, it feels quite solid. The hinge is sturdy and the chassis feels premium. But there is minor flex on the lid. Now, one of the biggest highlights of the laptop is the display. This is a dual mode panel, which means that you can switch between 4K at 240Hz and Full HD at 440Hz. Sounds amazing, right? And it is. But there is a catch. Switching between these two modes is not instant. You actually have to go into the settings and restart the entire system again. So, most users like me will probably pick one mode and stick with it. In my case, I mostly stayed on 4K because honestly, it just looks gorgeous. The panel is sharp, colors are well balanced, and brightness is enough for both indoor and outdoor use. The laptop also comes with spot-on color accuracy. The panel here covers both sRGB and DCI-P3 color spaces really well. So, if you're someone who's looking for color accuracy, you won't really be disappointed. Moving on to the keyboard, the keys here have deep key travel, which makes typing feel really comfortable. And again, it keeps that clean look instead of going all out gamer mode. But the moment you turn on the RGB lights, you know exactly what this laptop is capable of. There are also programmable macro keys, which are great if you like setting things up your way. Now, the trackpad here is huge, like really huge. It covers the majority of the chassis here and it is super smooth to use. If you like having large touchpads on your device, you're gonna absolutely love the experience here. In fact, I didn't really feel the need to use a mouse most of the time when I was working on this laptop. But the placement can be a bit annoying. While typing, especially around the IJKL keys, I kept brushing against the trackpad accidentally. Now, gamers using WASD keys mostly won't really notice this, but if you're gonna type a lot on this laptop, you will definitely feel it. Alright, let's get to the main reason why anybody would consider buying this laptop. Performance and gaming experience. And this thing is an absolute monster, thanks to the Intel Core Ultra 9 chipset and Nvidia 5090 GPU. Now, for those of you who care about numbers, here are some benchmark scores on your screens. Talking about the gaming experience, I was running the latest AAA titles like Resident Evil Requiem, Forza Horizon 5, Doom the Dark Ages and more at 4K with maximum graphics settings. and the performance was easily over 100 FPS in many cases. Special mention to Nvidia DLSS here, as things got way smoother thanks to it. Now, when I dropped the in-game resolution settings to 2K, I started getting 150 plus FPS in most modern games, and going down to 1080p just made performance a blaze. Quickly talking about the speakers, they get loud enough and you can easily use them in a busy room, but the sound quality here is average. Now, it is not bad, but just not amazing. And if you really care about audio, you will still want headphones. And that's something that most gamers prefer anyway. In terms of battery life, as expected from a machine like this, it will last a bit over an hour while gaming and still lead to a decent experience. But for the best results, you will want to keep the laptop plugged in when you're gaming. For regular work though, the laptop can last around 5 hours, which is actually pretty decent for a device like this. Coming to the thermals, the laptop does get warm during heavy gaming, especially around the keyboard area. And the CPU temps can go really high under load as well. But the performance stays stable, which is what really matters at the end of the day. Now, the Razer Blade 18 hasn't been launched in India yet. But if it does launch here, it could cost somewhere around Rs 5 lakh considering the import duties and the price in USD. At that price point, this is definitely a premium purchase. There is no doubt about that. But what you're getting here is a device that delivers desktop level performance in a form factor that is actually manageable. It's powerful, looks clean, the display is fantastic, and the gaming experience is just superb. So, would you actually carry an 18-inch laptop daily if it was this powerful? Or are you sticking to smaller machines? Let me know in the comments and keep following Digit for more such content.